Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your November 16th to the 30th, 2020 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer, November 16th to 30th, 2020 Cancer. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And one bonus card. Okay. Before we turn these over, let's see your chakra energy for this time. Let me just move things so they're a little bit more settled, not all topsy-turvy. Fantastic. Cancer, November 16th to 30th, 2020 Cancer. November 16th to 30th, 2020 Cancer. November 16th to 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we have the solar plexus chakra coming through, the root chakra, and the earth star chakra, which is located 6 inches below your feet, and we'll get to those in just a moment. So the left-hand side is your inner self, the middle is your heart, your emotional self, the right-hand side, the public arena, the public self, and your one bonus card. So we have the Tower, the Fool, Transformation, which is the Death card, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, Scorpio energy, time frame, October 23rd to November 21st, the Two of Earth. the world, the Seven of Air, the Seven of Swords, patience, Sagittarius energy, time frame November 22nd to December 21st, the moon, Pisces energy, February 19th to March 20th. We have a lot of major arcana cards here. Yeah, you continue. Okay. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, time frame April 20th to May 20th. You have the Messenger of Earth, which is the Knight. Then you have the Two of Fire. You have the repeat of the number 2 here. And you have the King of Fire, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming forward. But this is really taking hold of things. Right? Passion, power, purpose. And then you have the Five of Earth. Interesting. Okay. This is a heavy-hitting time. Just to be really upfront, personal, and honest, this is a very heavy-hitting time. And it hits you, it gets up close and it gets personal with you, where there's change here and there's a new path that you are embracing and that you're moving forward in, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on here? And then there's a transformation which opens up the world to you, and you have to have patience and balance because there are fears being tested, okay, definitely, and there are fears being overcome. And then there's a sense of power and purpose and dedication. So let's see how this all plays in with your chakra cards, okay? So we start with personal power. You really are calling on your personal power quite beautifully, intensely, powerfully. You're embracing your solar plexus chakra, and you are seeing yourself move forward in this determination, in this beauty, in this coming together. And as you embrace your personal power, you embrace you. There is a sense here of really following your gut reaction to things, following your gut, listening because your angels and your spirit guides are talking to you openly and honestly. And it comes to you most of the time here, Cancer, as a gut reaction. This is also going to be very mindful of the food that you eat, the drinks that you drink. Make sure you drink a lot of water. That's going to be very good for you. And also be mindful of how much alcohol you consume, if you consume any at all. And so here there is power coming forward. There's a sense of being energized and being focused on what you desire, on what you need, on what you want, on the way that you are going about things, because there is this sense of determination. There's this tremendous, and we have the fire sign energy here rooting you. There's a tremendous sense of this passion, this beauty moving you forward, this fire being inside of you. And as a Cancer energy, you like things to be a little bit more mellow, a little bit calmer. So if you're born on the cusp with Leo, just know that Leo side is really going to be coming out. But there's just a fire to you. There's just a passion. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is going to be a part of you that sits there and is like, oh my gosh, can't I calm this down? Why is this so intense? An embracing of the heart, the soul, the passion, the self is kind of like the emotional cleanse that you need to move forward with. It brings you balance. It brings you balance with that beautiful, calm, serene Cancer energy and that fire, that passion, that coming together of things. Because something has been knocked down. And there is a sense of a huge change coming in. Now, this could be going on for some for 16 years. 16 years of tower time, 16 years of trials, of tribulations, of doubts, of fears. There is balance coming. And this change is divine change that moves you forward. And it moves you into a place of feeling more balanced, of feeling more secure within yourself. There is a sense here of patience as you see yourself transformed, as you see the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new coming into play. This is the balancing of the earthly world with the spiritual world. And this is the balancing of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine within each and every one of us as we move forward. And then this brings you to rebirth. You are reborn. You are reborn stronger, better, more powerful than before. There is a sense here of rising and breaking out of the cocoon, rising from darkness and ashes and doubts and fears, and rising to a place of glory and understanding and a coming together, a sense of really understanding the dark and the light of things, the doubts, the fears, the angers, the upsets, the shadow self that we keep locked away, and the power, the beauty, the creativity, the love, the passion that we bring forward into the world. And so we have our light self and we have our shadowed self coming forward. And there is a sense of paying homage to each. Because To deny the shadow itself is to become ignorant of the darkness inside each and every human being. And so the thing is not to be, it's not to be ignorant that the shadow lives within us. Because there is a naive sense of, oh, I could never be like that. I could never do that. And the fact of the matter is that human beings can be astoundingly vicious to each other, astoundingly. And to say, I see that within me. I see the anger. I see the hurt. I see the pain. I see the part that can snap in a human being. But I see the passion and the beauty and the brilliance also. And I acknowledge the shadow self, and I will not let it rule me. That's going to be very powerful for you. Cancer, that is very powerful because it enhances your love, your glory, and it really lets you fly. It really does. Now let's see the people here who will be aiding you during this time. Who are the people who will be aiding Cancer? November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Who are the people who will be aiding Cancer? November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels. Ooh, goodness. So we start off with the Prince of Swords. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So we start off right here, loud and proud, the Prince of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This doesn't have to be relegated to air sign energy. This is somebody who very much embodies this energy, this sense of knowledge and power, and has a way of jumping from topic to topic to, and it's in a good way. It's like they come all linked together. It's like you're on a journey, though, with them. And there is a sense of them cutting through doubts and fears and showing this beauty, this passion, this eloquence of elegance of words that needs to be brought forward. It's of communication, it's of speech, but it can also be through art. And this can be a very real thing where it's through painting, it's through dancing, it's through, it's through writing, it's through a myriad of different things that this passion moves you forward. And this is going to be a time of real inspiration. It moves faster. This person moves faster than you yourself at times feel comfortable with, but they move in a way that really inspires you and really speeds you forward. And then we have here the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is passion, this is determination. You have a very strong fire sign energy right here, and it guides you forward. It guides you forward. This is a person who's not afraid of rolling up their sleeves. This is a person who's not afraid of speaking their mind. They might be actually a little bit too boisterous at times. You might sit there and be like, ooh, let's rein it back just a bit. But this is an energy that moves you forward in passion, in igniting your passion, your desire, the way you want to move forward within your life, your soul, yourself. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a person who is very, very connected to prosperity, but also very much a student of prosperity, questioning, seeking, diving deeper, looking at things more openly, more honestly, and giving new ideas when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to what you desire, when it comes to, the ways that you can move forward and the seeds that you can plant within your life, within your soul, within yourself. Because there is just such a sense here of looking at the chaos of it all. And this crowns you. So this is going to be something in your inner self that you're really looking at. This is a heavy hitting time. I cannot emphasize it enough. And Spirit is saying, this is heavy. This is powerful. And what you're looking at here and what you're seeing and how you're moving forward is in the sense of the chains falling away, in the sense of divinity saying you're being pushed out of your comfort zone. You are moving forward in a way that you hadn't expected, that you didn't anticipate, but that is so needed and such a part of you that it brings a change like at your core level. For some, this is almost like it's changing the DNA. And it's not that it's changing your DNA, but what is it? There is something, Spirit is showing me here. There is something like when you do something a whole bunch of times and it becomes a practice of you, okay? It becomes something that is done over and over again. It becomes a part of yourself, of your soul, and that can be passed on, all right? And so here, this has changed you in a way where when you look back, and it could be 16 years ago, okay, when you look back at the person that you were then, and of course, if we're taking such a huge chunk of time and saying, well, when you look back 16 years ago, you'd sit there and be like, wow, I'm such a different person. And of course I would be. But there is also this sense, Cancer, of looking back. And it's not even you looking back 16 years ago. It's looking back a year ago, a few months ago. And you're saying, wow, I'm a really different person. There's an iron to my spine. There is a determination to my soul that is moving me forward in a way that I hadn't known. And it's mixed with the love, the caring, the compassion that is so quintessentially you, that this is power, this is determination, and this is divinely guided. I mean, you're on a divine trip. You're on a divine, you're entering into a divine time, and things are changing for you, and things are moving you forward in a way that at times feels overwhelming, at times feels scary, but is also protected. And it's a change that just cannot be stopped. And whenever we have a change come in, it's always scary. It's always overwhelming. It doesn't matter if it's, moving house or, starting a new job or, even just deciding to take a different route. If you're going on a walk and you're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. There's this little bit of apprehension that comes in. So as you're embracing this change, you're following the fool's path. And it's the path of truth. It is the path where you can say what needs to be said, where you can look at things openly and honestly and truthfully for you. Because remember, back in medieval times, the fool was the one who got to speak the truth when everybody else had to be like, oh, the emperor, like the emperor's new clothes. Like, oh, yes, you're naked, but oh my gosh, that's a beautiful suit type of thing. The fool got to say, what the heck is going on here? It's the innocence of children coming forward, because that's the one who said, you're not wearing any clothes. Why would I think it's fantastic? And so here, there's a part of you that's saying, why would I think this is fantastic? It's not right for me. And it's a powerful kind of like almost nervous energy change that you can feel it. I can feel it, in myself as I'm doing this reading. And now that it's addressed, it's like, oh, okay, I can calm down. So there's this sense here of a feeling like, oh, I have to change right now, or I have to move forward this way right now. And it's like you shake with this energy to go, to do, to become. And Spirit is saying, step back. Spirit is saying, look at yourself, look at what you desire, and look at what you say, oh, foolish dreams. Look at what you say of, oh my gosh, this could never be. And start embracing that path. Start looking at what you truly desire, but what you say, oh my gosh, that's foolish. Because you're starting your hero's journey. You're starting your hero's path. You're looking at your soul, yourself, your desires, your grace, your passion, your beauty, and you are moving forward in it, and you're claiming your truth. And it's you that's blowing the horn. And you're following its echoes. You're following its echoes forward. But it's kind of like, I believe the horn in Judaism is called the shofar. And I could be absolutely mistaken, so do correct me if I'm wrong. But it's like you're clearing away the negative. You're clearing away the negative energy. I actually see it like, it's like this horn is blown and it's a expelling of negative energy, of like, of darkness and shadows to move forward in the light. And that's what you're doing. You're moving forward in a grace, in a beauty, in a passion that is part and parcel with you, that moves you forward. And you see yourself transformed because you're taking the hero's path. You're taking the path of your truth, of your glory. And when we say here the hero's path, it's linked to Joseph Campbell and the hero's journey, and he was a great mythologist and ancient religion and folklore studier, but it is linked to your truth. And the thing that happens is that whenever you have a story of a hero, and this is quite true, they have a tragedy, okay? They have a tragedy and they have to find their way on their own. That's why usually most hero stories start with an orphan, And so here, there's a sense of, or having to be cast out in some way or another to find your path. And so here, that is what you're doing. It's like you are walking forward. And why it feels like you are alone, it's not because you necessarily are, though some of you may very well be. It's because this is a personal journey between you and divinity, between you and your angels, between you and your spirit guides to lead you forward to what is more, to what you are becoming within your life, and to the greater truth. This is your hero's quest. This is the slaying of your Medusa, what turns you to stone, what paralyzes you with fear and doubt and despair. And it brings you to this transformation. Because once this is faced, once we face our greatest fears, and sometimes our greatest fears are astoundingly intense, but once we face our greatest fears, we look at things and it's like, oh, well, that can't hurt me now. Oh, wow, I'm so beyond where I once was. And you have that transformation. Death is the ultimate transformation. And this is the death card. So here you have the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. You have power and determination and, this glory of soul that leads you forward. And there's a lot that you're balancing during this time. A lot. And you're looking at it and you're saying, oh, can I move forward this way? Am I doing the right thing? Is there balance? And it's interesting because you have the balance card with the two of Pentacles, and you have the Major Arcana balance card with Temperance. So a balancing of your inner emotions, a balancing of your inner self, a balancing of what you desire, of what you need. That is powerful and beautiful, but it also can be all-consuming, because what you're going to see and what you're going to be very inclined to do is balance the practical with the spiritual, is balance, all the opposites that come together, right? But you're going to forget about you, and you're going to forget that you're the one balancing it all. And if you forget about you, you're going to do yourself a disservice, because you'll stumble, you'll fall, and you'll find that you can't move forward the way that you needed to, the way that you wanted to. And so here, it's like, be very, very mindful. You're crowned in change, and you're rooted in a need for balance and in a forgetting to balance the self. So that's a powerful coming together right here. And it moves you, okay? It moves you to the world opening up. If you find that balance, if you embrace your truth and you look at yourself, the world opens up in a way that is more powerful than you expected, in a way where the doors that were once locked to you and that you didn't know were barred to you start to open up. And you're like, oh, that's the key, huh? That's the key that leads me forward to my world, to my glory, to myself. Your heart starts opening up to the world, and the world starts opening up to your heart. But it's actually that your heart starts opening up to the world. Your heart sits there and says, well, why not? Why can't I move forward this way? Why am I being held back? Why am I being denied? And it leads you to the Seven of Swords. It leads you to taking what you need, right? And moving forward, leaving some things behind. Why? Because you need to. You just need to. They can't stay anymore. You're on this fool's journey, right? You're on this hero's journey. And you are moving forward. And as you move forward, okay, there are some things, it's kind of like packing a bag. And you can only pack so much because you only have one bag. Some things just don't fit. And you're looking at it and you're like, I don't really need it anyway. But this isn't things. These are emotional developments. These are the challenges that have shaped us and honed us and had us become who it is that we are. But it's very interesting because the world opens up and we're looking at what we need to move forward. But we're also looking at what guides us, okay, to something greater, to something more. But we're also looking at the hurts, the pains that we carry that hold us back. And Spirit is saying here, if you want to walk through those doors, you have to release. You have to release the pain that has held you back for so long, that has denied you, okay, that has made you feel less than. And once you do this, you start to see balance, patience, coming into your life. But be patient with the way that you move forward, because Temperance is the balance coming in. And in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it's a person pouring water into a cup. Now, those cups, I forget which deck it is in. They're gold and they're silver for the day and the night. And here, there's a sense of time over her heart. Time is over our heart. We have X amount of heartbeats in this world. And nobody knows how many, right? And that's something that terrifies us as human beings. But it is also something that is powerful. Have patience. Have patience as you move forward. Have patience knowing that it's in divine timing, not your timing. Have patience as your mind expands and your heart expands because of all that you have learned, all the challenges, heartbreaks, disappointments set in your path. And the fact that you are evolving, becoming so much more than you expected. It's like the mind. We only use, as human beings, a small portion of our brains. What if we used it all? How astounding would that be? The fact that in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the water is poured from cup to cup and never lessened. Okay, it never runs out. If you try that in real life, you try pouring from one cup to another, you'll run out of water. Even if you are as careful as possible, you will run out of water. Here, there's always enough. So here, there's always an expanse that seems unbelievable. But have patience, have temperance of the self, because you're facing fears. Fears that have held you back, fears that have denied you, right? You're grounded in facing the shadows and saying, I am moving forward towards more, towards greater things, towards empowerment, towards, power of self, towards this sense of understanding. And it's looking at the moon and seeing that its silvery light is beautiful and it can guide. And yes, it leaves things unknown, but maybe it's a bit more honest than the sun. When the sun bleaches away so many of the shadows, right? And brings us into the light. We think we can see it all. But in the moon, we realize that we can't. And in the day, with interactions with people, as we are walking forward, we don't truly see everything. So this is looking at things, and this is saying, okay, fear keeps us alive. Fear keeps us going. It was a fantastic way of our ancestors staying safe. And it is a fantastic tool now to tell us, okay, when we're entering into murky water, when we're unsure about things, to look at the fear that we have and say, why? Why is my protect me mechanism kicking in? But this is also not letting fear rule our lives. It's looking at what we desire. It's looking at how we transform and how we've transformed. And it's seeing that we are guided by something that is gentler than the sun. And at times a little bit more sinister. Because we're sight hunters. We're the apex sight predator, biped, sight predator, right? Birds, hawks are the birds of prey are the only ones that beat us. And so here, it's like, yes, we can't see things, so it makes us unnerved because we don't have that clear sight. But if we start to see with more than just our eyes, the world becomes so much clearer. And our power becomes so much greater. And that's where you enter into the Hierophant. You enter into this passion, this beauty, this understanding, this King of Kings mode. And you embrace it. You move forward in it. And it's like in the public arena, this is your time. You have a strong Taurian presence here. There's a stubbornness. There's a determination. There's a sense of looking at things and connecting things that you hadn't seen before. And it makes you the messenger of your prosperity. It brings you messages of your prosperity. You look at things and say, well, what seeds do I want to plant? How do I want to move forward? There's a questioning, there's a defending, there's a power, there's a beauty, there's a determination. And it brings you to the Two of Wands. As you have the world crowning you here, you have the world starting to open to you in the public arena. The Two of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is the person holding the world in their hands, standing between two wands. It's a doorway forward to the world being yours. It's a doorway forward to passion, to power, to the fact that it isn't as scary, it isn't as overwhelming as we think it is. And as, excuse me, and as that truth comes in, as we realize, wow, I can do this, you become Cancer, the king of fire, the king of passion, the king of determination, the king of your heart, the king of your soul. Excuse me. And you set your world on fire. You blaze forward in truth and in power and grace and beauty. And you are more than you imagined. There is power, there is strength, there is determination, and it opens you up to looking at the Five of Earth, to looking at the pauper's mentality, to looking at the place of, I don't deserve this, this is too scary, I can't have this prosperity. Self-sabotaging, the fear that comes. And you might say, Dane, that's not true. I would never sabotage my success. I would never, doubt that I should be moving forward. But there is a sense here, I do apologize, of somebody's negativity being spoken over you. You'll never be successful. You'll never move forward the way that you want to. Oh, you think you can make money that way? Are you kidding me? You're a joke. Those things that People say, why do I say the negative? Because if they ring true to you, because I know they ring true with me. I know there are people who have spoken negativity over me time and time again. And it was when I was small, and it was when I was growing, and it's like, listen, you don't get to be the voice that echoes in my head. Why is it that your voice is echoing in my head instead of the people who love me, who built me up? And that's what I want for you. It's like, why does this negativity get to be echoing in my head when it should be the voices of the people who love me? And if you're saying, Dana, I don't have those voices, then it should be the voices of your angels, moving you forward, guiding you. It's time to relieve ourselves of the poor person mentality, the sense that success is for everybody else but us, because success is yours. And Cancer, you're claiming it. And the tides are changing. They really are. Let's go deeper. Cancer. November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. And let's see the people you need to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people Cancer needs to be mindful of? November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Who are the people Cancer needs to be mindful of? November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Awesome. So we start off with the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who has too much of a temper, who is too fiery, who likes to kind of light a match into things and watch it burn. They like to just cause trouble. And that's what they do. They're just going to get a kick out of leaving a bit of havoc behind them. So just be very mindful of that. Then we have the Princess of Swords. This is somebody who is a little bit too gossipy, okay? A little bit too... Yeah, they like to gather up information, okay? And they'll make it seem like, oh, I'm your friend. Oh, tell me everything. And then they'll be like, word vomit out to everybody else. It's like, oh my goodness. So just be very mindful of this person. Now, these don't have to be people that you know in real life, okay? These can be people that you stumble across one way or another through any form of media. And you want to just be really, really mindful of them, really mindful of somebody who just seems to be starting drama all the time, really mindful of a person who is too much of a gossip and too, planting seeds of anger and doubt and fear, And then we have the moon. Now you had the moon here absolutely beautifully. This is a person who panders off of fear. So this is a negative Pisces energy. This is a negative moon energy. This is a person who plays off of fear. This is a person who will build it up. Now, it could be that they're really afraid of things, most definitely. But it can be that they also want everybody else to be afraid of things and see what happens. See what happens when they really set the tone of fear and kind of walk away from it. So just be mindful of that. So we have the fairy wind here, which is the chariot, which is you, Cancer. That's really beautiful. Then we have the Four of Spells, the Four of Wands, and the Black Shuck, which is the Death card. That's really cool, right next to the Death card. So you have very strong Scorpio energy here, okay, but also a very strong sense of transformation. We then have the Five of Spells, the Three of Boon, the Five of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Boon, the Five of Pentacles, which you have right here. We have the Child of Vision, the Child of Cups. So this is the Page of Cups. This is you once again coming through, this time as a student. Here you are the master of the situation. The Seeker of Spells. This is the Knight energy. And then you have the Enchanter, which is the Magician. I love that. I love that. Okay. So as we go deeper, things get heavier, they get more real. This is a very powerful time for you, Cancer. You're crowned right here. You're crowned with the Tower and with the Fool. This is a time where you start a new journey because divinity has pushed you out of your comfort zone, has pushed you forward in a way where you need to start this journey. And this is you moving forward. This is your heart shining bright. This is you determined and dedicated and passionate and beautiful. And so as you embrace this, and as you embrace the essence of you, you have the Four of Spells, the Four of Wands coming forward. That is a celebration. That is a joy, a happiness that cannot be denied. It cannot be denied. And so as you transform, as you have a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new coming in, all right, as you have this transformation, there is a beauty that comes forward. This could lead to new job opportunities. This could lead to a whole new career. This could lead to a hobby being a profoundly powerful and beautiful part of your life. This can lead to a myriad of things that you never expected, you never anticipated. This can also be, deeper relationships. This could also be a deeper relationship with yourself. This could be moving house. This could be, clearing out house, decluttering, centering yourself, moving yourself forward. And it brings you again to this transformation as you find your balance, as you say, this is what I need, this is what I want. It transforms you. It really does transform you. And it shows you the shadowed side of things. It shows you the nittier, the grittier side. And instead of turning away from it, you look at it as the vulnerable truth that it is. And you do get power from it. It's like, oh, that's what it is. Like, that's what I see. That is why I'm being transformed. That's why I am moving forward. And it brings you then to the Five of Spells, the Five of Wands. As the world opens up, as you are empowered, as you take what you need and you leave behind the rest. Okay, some people might say you're being a bit sneaky. You're not being as open or forthright or honest as they want you to be. You're not. You're not being sneaky. You are looking at things openly, honestly, and truthfully for you. And it doesn't mean that you have to share it with everyone. Sometimes we need to build things privately for ourselves to be able to move forward. And then you're going to see here that there are inner doubts, fears, apprehensions, chaos that comes forward. And you think, ooh, can I do this? Can I do this because this is the chaos that I'm facing inside? And then there is a sense here of also pettiness that has been around the heart. And it can be from outside. Yeah, it can be from outside, where it was arguments that started off small and just exploded into something big, and it scarred the heart. And you're looking at it, and it's defining you in a way. And you're like, no more. No more. It's time for me to move forward in my power, in my understanding. And it brings you then to the Three of Boon, the Three of Pentacles, to prosperity, to success, to bounty, to working with others, but also knowing that this has been a job well done for you. As you have patience, this is what you want from life. This is what you've dedicated your life, yourself to. It doesn't have to be anything big. We tend to think as human beings that our successes have to be just groundbreaking, earth-shattering, everybody should know about it, and we all become billionaires, right? No. Our successes are powerful and private and personal and great. And it might never be that any one of us reaches billionaire status, though it would be awesome if everybody did. But it's a wealth of knowledge, of heart, of hard work, of self, of dedication, of determination that is enchanting you and that is moving forward with you. And then you have a repeat of the number 5 here. So there's a sense of freedom coming forward, right, within your heart, of a breaking free. And it leads you when you face fears. This brings you to the Five of Pentacles coming through again, with the Five of Boon, the Five of Pentacles. It's like there's a sense of feeling out in the cold, a sense of not having enough, a sense of being lost and alone. But there's a path to security, to beauty, to connectedness, to power. And you need to find it. You need to move forward in it. And there's a sense of no longer, or those words of lack, is that feeling of poverty, yours. It's like, no. And you might find yourself, because life gets hard and things get hard, and when we hit a bottom that we never thought we would hit, or we hit a bottom that defines us so sharply and fiercely, we can think, oh, that's going to be me forever. It's like, no, that was where you were being forged. Okay? That's how you're being forged into the mind, into the brilliance, into the, it's the weapon that you are. But I don't mean that in a, in a weapon way. I mean that in, well, not me, but spirit means that in a way of the mind, a way of the understanding, a way of the fact that all human beings have the potential of great, benevolence and great harm. But there's a sense here of honing your truth, of honing the essence of yourself. And I like to think of it as a sword being, and I forget what, is it the katanas? I forget the name of the swords, but when they're folded and folded, I believe they're Japanese swords. I don't know, but I'm not sure. And they become just so sharp and so thin and so light and so powerful, but they don't look it. And that's what spirit is making your soul. That's what divinity is guiding you forward to, that power, to that determination. And it leads you to this childlike power of self, which is astounding, because it's as you're embracing this prosperity here on earth, which is yours, which is powerful, which is brilliant, you have the Page of Cups coming forward, and you are embracing the vision of yourself as a child, a vision of yourself as a student, of endless possibilities, of endless questions, of the figuring out why, of the finding the joy and embracing the joy within your life, and moving forward in a truth that nobody else sees. And it brings you to the seeker of spells. It brings you to seeking more when it comes to your passion, when it comes to your desires, because this is the Page of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, to moving yourself forward. You're seeking out more passion, more creation, more power, more brilliance, more beauty, and it brings you to the Magician. It brings you with the King of Fire. It brings you to the Magician's energy. It brings you to a sense of utilizing the 4 elements of life, utilizing your passion, utilizing your emotions, utilizing your knowledge, utilizing your grounding abundance. And it guides you forward in a way that you hadn't expected. It surrounds you with spirit. It graces your thoughts, your mind, your way of being. And it moves you forward in a way that brings astounding prosperity. You stand before the altar of your existence. And it says here, as above, so below. As you believe it, so you become. And so be very, very mindful of your mind during this time, Cancer, because there's a lot coming at you. And there can be a tendency to get angry, to get bitter, to get, frustrated and not have a proper outlet. You need a proper outlet. It's either punching a punching bag, or, going for a long walk, or, going and walking on a treadmill, or, doing something. It should be physical. It could be gardening. It could be coloring in a coloring book. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical, but Spirit is showing me here that if it's, the more physical it is, if it's physical, it's better. It releases things more easily, more naturally for you. And so as you move forward, you embrace this power and you cleanse your mind. You move forward in your passion. You look at things openly and honestly and brilliantly for you. And you see this power guiding you forward. And you see this becoming more. And as this becomes more, and as you embrace your ability to create, to conjure, to become, there's a power to you that people really start to take note of, Cancer. Okay. Now let's see what your spirit animals have to say for this time. Cancer. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Cancer. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Cancer. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. That was funny. Okay, fantastic. So we're starting here with the snake spirit. I love this one. time to heal. It is time to heal. It is time to shed the skin. It is time to embrace anew. But as we heal, and that's very much with the transformation, as we heal, we can feel very vulnerable. It's like as a snake sheds their skin, their eyesight isn't as good. So they become a little bit more aggressive because they feel much more vulnerable because they cannot see as well. And as you are healing cancer, as you are embracing this power, you can feel yourself, maybe being a little bit more on edge with things because you are shedding the skin and you are releasing so much that has held you back. And it brings you then to the frog spirit. Clear out the clutter. Clear out the clutter that has been holding you back and move forward. And I love the thing, fully rely on God. So it doesn't mean that you have to have, frog. So it doesn't mean that you have to rely on God. It could be the universe. It can be divinity, however you say it, however you see it. But when you clear out the clutter and you fully rely on God, the universe, divinity, power, your angels, there's an ease to that. There's a beauty to that. There's a centering yourself with the God's head that lives within you, that is a part of you. It's looking within. It's like, oh, that's the beauty. That's the understanding. That's the power. And it brings you forward in a new way and to a place that is Spirit is saying that is perfect for you, but it doesn't mean that it has to be necessarily perfect all the time. It is a sense that there is power, there is brilliance, there is true beauty here, and it's a sense of calm, of connection. And it leads you to the vulture spirit, which is another one of my favorites. And it says, nothing is wasted. We go through these hard times, these tower times, okay, when divinity pushes us out of our comfort zone and we think, why? Why the heck did this happen? And we'll think the time's wasted, but it never is wasted. There's power, there's beauty, there is purpose, there is dedication to you. And know that nothing you have been through has been a waste of time. It has all molded you and shaped you in one way or another as you move forward in your greatness, in your purpose, and in your power. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power and know your truth. Reclaim your power and do not let anybody take it from you. Your subconscious chakra message is soul's healing. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. There's healing energy around you. Subconsciously, you feel it. You feel yourself healing towards your greatness. And this is the time of healing. And it's sent to you from your angels, from your spirit guides, from divinity itself. It moves you to your subconscious person message, the Princess of Cups. You as the Page of Cups coming forward, okay? But this is a sense of love guiding you, of your heart, of your soul, of your passion, of your truth, guiding you forward, of leading you in a direction that is beautiful, is so caringly wonderful that it opens your heart and it embraces your soul. And it brings you then to your subconscious tarot message. And it's the 6 of Earth. The 6 of Pentacles is needing balance. Is needing balance to bring forward majesty. Is needing balance to bring forward true prosperity. And as that comes forward, and as that embraces you, and as you say, you know what, no, I need balance. I can't have things pile on and pile on and pile on, and nobody help, and nothing, and nothing move forward the way I need it to. And then it brings you to go deeper into that subconscious message, to the tower once again, coming forward. This is change. This is divinity saying, ready or not, here it comes. And it changes you at a cellular level. Okay? It changes you so deeply. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I know people are going to sit there and say, Dane, I don't want to be changed. But you have been being changed. Okay? Every heartbreak you go through, every disappointment, every anger, every upset, every despair, it changes us. And we're not the people we once were. We shed our skin. And we become something more. Maybe at times it's not something that we like, but we have to go through that stage, that awkward stage, that frustrated stage, in order to get to where it is that we want to be. Divinity has kicked you out of your comfort zone. And this calls to the very God's head within you, to move you forward and to have you look within for tremendous and unwavering power. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the change that divinity has cast before us, as we are honed and forged into greatness, into power, into truth, and as we walk in our truth, having shed a skin that no longer fits, having claimed a healing that is a part of our soul and of ourselves, knowing that no part of this journey has been a waste of our time and has been a waste of experience, but empowerment of individual purpose and determination. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.